बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। प्यारे बच्चों, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। उम्मीद है कि आप सभी खैर वाफियत से होंगे। So dear students, the topic which we are going to discuss today is correlation. That is, what is correlation? प्यारे बच्चों, in our day-to-day life we come across many situations where we see that the two things are related with each other in one respect or another respect. For example, I will take here an example that if you will see that there exists a relationship between height and weight of a person, यानी कि height और weight of a person के दरमियान एक relationship है. Similarly, price and demand of a commodity, there exists a relationship. So, in order to study this relationship, there is a concept in statistics which is known as correlation. So we can say that correlation means a possible connection, association or relationship or interdependence between two or more things or between two or more phenomena. Dear students, two variables are said to be correlated if the change in one variable is followed by a change in another variable also. It is said to be amount of similarity in direction and degree of variation in corresponding pair of observation of two variables. Dear students, however, this relationship may be of different types. Dear students, correlation between two variables is said to be positive or direct if both of them move in the same direction. That is, we mean by positive correlation that change in one is followed by similar change in another variable. For example, an increase in one variable is followed by an increase in another, or decrease in one variable is followed by decrease in another variable or other variable. For example, relationship between price and supply. When price increases, supply also increases. When price decreases, supply also decreases. Similarly, relationship between sale of raincoats and rainfall. As the rainfall increases, the sale of sale of raincoats may also increase. Similarly, we can say that the correlation between two variables is said to be negative or inverse if they move in different direction. That is, an increase in one variable is followed by decrease in another variable, or decrease in one is followed by increase in another. For example, relationship between price and demand. प्राइस बढ़ता जाएगा तो डिमांड घटती जाएगी, प्राइस घटता जाएगा तो डिमांड बढ़ती जाएगी. So this type of relationship is known as, this type of correlation is known as negative correlation. Another type of correlation is linear and non-linear correlation. तो linear क्या होती है, तो non-linear क्या होती है? As I have shown here an example, correlation between two variables or more variables is said to be linear if the amount of change in one variable bears a constant ratio to the amount of change in another variable. That is, if we can say that the change in one variable leads to change leads to same change, same quantity of change. We can say change in one variable leads to same quantity of change in another variable. For example, अगर price 100 रुपीज़ पर 2 यूनिट सप्लाई होती थी, अगर अब प्राइस 120 हो गया तो सप्लाई 4 हो गई, 140 पर 6. If we see here that there is an increase in of 20, there's increase of 2, 4, 6, 8. Similarly, if we find the ratio, here is change is 20, here is 2, 20 divided by 2, यहाँ पर भी वही 20 है, 22. So we can say that if we find the ratio of these two, we may find that the ratio is 10:1, which is same for this whole data. So we can say that here the correlation is linear. Similarly, the non-linear correlation is that which is opposite of linear. Yes. However, there are another types of this correlation, that is simple, partial, and multiply. Dear students, when correlation is studied between two variables only, then it is said to be simple correlation. However, when there are 3 or more variables, the degree and direction of relationship between them can be studied by either partial correlation or by multiple correlation. In the case of partial correlation, the relationship is studied between two variables and all other variables are ignored. On the other hand, in case of multiple correlation, the relationship is studied between one and combined effect of all other variables. So dear students, this was all about today's topic, that is correlation. Hope that you would have got the concept. Thank you. Have a nice day. Allah Habzun Ashir.